Hi, everybody. I'm Dave.
And I'm Brenda.
We are at the end of Bexley Trail. And today we're going to give a progress report on what's happening with the Southern Oaks Bridge. If this goes the way I hope, we're also going to have some virtual footage and kind of show you the pathway to the new area of Eastport and how you're going to be able to get there from the Southern Oaks Bridge. So stay with us as we check things out. All right, let's get you oriented to the area we're going to explore today. Now remember, the area in red, that's the current villages that have people already living there or is heavily under construction and people are getting ready to move in. And the area in blue is the continuing the dream section that will be starting here in the near future. Today specifically, we're going to be looking at the Southern Oaks Bridge that is right here in this area near the Southern Oaks Golf Course, Citrus Grove, and Case and Hammock. Now what we're going to do is we're going to fly that area with the drone, look at some of the construction, but then we're going to also take a virtual drone flight down to look at this area here, which will be Eastport. I'll show you some of the roadways that are going to be in place to go there, and then we'll look a little closer at Eastport, exactly what is currently listed to be there and where it will be located. All right, we're going to start by flying down Bexley Trail here at the approach to the Southern Oaks Bridge. Now, we're going to look around here, some things happening on the ground, as well as go to the other side and look around. Now, there's been a lot of materials that were delivered this week. And Brenda is spotting for me, just so you know.
Hey,
Yeah.
I'm spotting.
I got to look into the sun here as I'm trying to get this here. All right, the ramp, you can see they've cut out some of the land there as they're going to start working their way into the ramp. Hello. And on the sides, I'll come down so you can see some of these materials. They brought in a bunch of block. See if I can get over to it. Now see, loads of block. We've seen a couple tractor trailer loads of that come in this week. Now that block is what I think is going to happen. I think that's going to be used as the supports to the ramp up the ramp going up to the bridge. And right up around this side, you can see the bridge is going to be right up there where those pilings are, and we'll get a closer look at that in a minute. But I think it's going to be very similar to the approach. I think it's going to be done similar to the Water Lily golf cart bridge, where it has that block that holds up the ramp, and instead of just being a big hill. Again, that's speculation on my part. We'll see how that comes together. But that's the exact same type of block that they use for that. And on this side here, you'll see even more of the block has come in. And it would make sense. They've been digging this area out and preparing the land. Let's see if we can get over here. I can show you where they've dug out this area. Right in here, you can see they've cleared this for the approach. And I think that's so they can go ahead and start putting in some of that block for the ramp to be put in. Now, also I noticed this area here. They come down, make sure that we're under those power lines.
Yes, you're good.
All right. And right there on the right-hand side, and you see that's to the old bridge. Remember, that was used for cattle in the past. It was a cattle bridge, the Bexley Bridge, it was called. The new bridge would be called the Southern Oaks Bridge. Now, those pilings look to me to help hold up the old ramp to the old Bexley Bridge. Now, I think they're doing that with the intention of leaving that bridge in place during the construction of the new bridge. That will not stay there for golf carts to use. That was actually a theory of mine a long time back. But I've now seen some drawings on the the new bridge, and it will be 4 lanes with a golf cart lane separate from the 4 car lanes. A golf cart lane on the right-hand side as you're looking at it there. Kind of looks similar to the bridge near Lake Sumter, that long bridge, but what will be better is the golf cart lane is much wider here. It looks on the drawings to be as wide, if not wider, than a car lane for the golf carts. Now, I will try and scoot over the bridge here. I get myself in the right position because I cannot fly over those moving cars. So we're going to get ourselves just right.
To your left.
All right, I've got a shot here on this camera so I can tell when I'm centered.
Okay.
So your angle might make it look like I'm over to the right. All right, so let's do a little flying here over the bridge. We'll go nice and slow because I want to make sure I stay over top of the bridgeway. Again, this bridge in the long term will come out, but this has been really convenient for the construction crews right now because the construction crews are able to use this to go back and forth to the other side. Let me know if I need to go up higher so you can see me, Brenda.
Fine right now.
Oh yeah, I'm good. This great blue sky on the other side is really working well today.
Yeah, visibility is great.
Yeah. All right, now we're on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and take this thing back up a little higher so we can keep our visibility of it. Do a quick scan around here. I want to make sure I know exactly where the cranes are at. All right. So let me move on out a little. And you can see here, pilings have been driven on the other side also for this bridge. I think all of the pilings probably have been driven now. They're in the process right here. You can kind of see where they've started putting concrete on those. Now, this bridge is not going to be built the same way as the golf cart bridge was. This is going to have the steel spans that will go across to the pilings in the middle, and then a bridge decking, done a little more of a standard bridge than the golf cart bridge. The golf cart bridge was built on the side of the road and then laid in place. This will be built right there in that spot. Now, on the drawings I'm seeing, it's supposed to be a 10-foot fencing area that they're showing. Let me come around a little bit here. It's going to get you a little bit of a side angle. Now, where it goes over the bridge, it's supposed to be 10 foot of fencing so things don't fall off the side of the bridge. But in some drawings I've seen, and I don't have clearance to put those up on here, so I'm not sure if they're copywritten material, so I can't put the drawing up. But it kind of looks like steel beams going crisscrossed back and forth over that 10-foot area, or 10-foot height for the fencing, and then there'll be fence material on the back of it. That's kind of similar to what they did on the golf cart bridge, but this will not be structural like it was for the golf cart bridge. That actually held the bridge up the way they had it arched. This will be more square, just a 10-foot section. And I'm thinking they're going to use some of that same type of material so that they can have it look pleasing, similar to the style of the golf cart bridge. It just won't have that archway. All right, so I think that's pretty cool. Let me turn here. You see me right there, Brenda?
Yeah.
Right. We'll take this up.
Very clear.
And let you look over this direction. I'm going to try and aim a little bit towards Eastport. All right. So I'll go up high. I doubt we're going to be able to see directly from on this shot all the way to Middleton and Eastport. I'm going straight up to 400.
Yeah, you're fine.
Let's see how much. You can see way off in the distance out there. It kind of looks like maybe some construction over there. The main construction you would see would be Eastport at this, I'm sorry, Middleton at this point. Eastport, they have not broken ground for. But what I'm going to do, hopefully, and I'll stitch it into this video, is do a virtual flight using my virtual drone.
Which is very cool.
Yeah, to show you the path to get to Eastport. There'll be 2 roundabouts on the way there. The golf cart path appears it'll be golf cart path or multimodal path that's going to go all the way to Eastport from here. Bexley Trail will go all the way to Eastport. Now I'm going to freeze the drone footage right here as we prepare to transition to our virtual drone. On the virtual drone, we're going to take a flight. I'll show you where some of the roadways are going to be, and we're going to fly down to the future area of Eastport, which is listed as having a town square. Quite a bit of information there. Now, for orientation purposes, see this arrow? See that's where there's a little bit of a roadbed, and those 2 ponds. And then also I want you to take note of these 3 trees. Now the reason I'm doing that is I want you to be able to compare that as we switch to the virtual drone. Now we've switched to the virtual drone. Now notice the roadbed is still in that same area. Note the 2 ponds, just like in the real drone footage, and the set of 3 trees. Now this footage is going to be taken by flying over aerial footage on Google Earth that was dated May of 2021. The portion we're going to fly over is fairly accurate as of today. This part of the area has not been dug up very much or changed. So this will be just like flying our drone over it, other than it's going to be virtually. And we have to fly for over a mile. There's no way I can do that with the real drone and keep it in sight. So let's lay in some of the road beds. Now you can see the roadways I have there in black. And the big round circle, that's a roundabout. So we're just leaving the Bexley Bridge, or the Southern Oaks Bridge, going down Bexley Trail, and you're going to go through a roundabout area. Now realize golf carts don't typically go in roundabouts. So that would indicate to me that going along Bexley Trail is likely to continue with a multimodal path. Now way up there in the distance, you'll start to see that's Eastport that'll be coming into view in a little bit. And it's only one roundabout. I'm sorry, we just went over one roundabout, but the second roundabout after going over the Southern Oaks Bridge, you will be at Eastport. So it should be a fairly quick ride. It's 2 miles line of sight from Eastport to the Sawgrass Grove area. Now, doing that with a golf cart, 20 miles an hour, of course, you're going to have to make some turns, and there may be some tunnels and things along the way to wiggle down Bexley Trail. So I'm thinking it's still going to be a 10 to 12 minute ride, and you'll be at Eastport. That's pretty quick. Now, Eastport is listed as a town square, but it doesn't look like a typical town square, as I'll show you as we get closer. Now, the road at that intersection where the roundabout is, that's Bexley Trail that's underneath us, and the road crossing it, coming from right to left, that is Corbin Trail. And Corbin Trail, you may remember, comes from Monarch Grove and Linden. That's the main road that goes through there, and it curves a little bit, and then it will intersect right here at this roundabout with Bexley Trail. Now, there's not a whole lot of drawings that show me exactly where multimodal paths will be, but there are a couple of things I've seen based on volume 10 of the Continuing the Dream newspaper inserts. Now, they detailed this area a little bit, and that's where I've gotten this information we're looking at from. It does show a small piece of multimodal path coming up Corbin Trail right there at the roundabout, and that could just be from a crossover of the multimodal going down Bexley. And a little spot, there's a tunnel going underneath Bexley Trail right there on the left-hand side. So other than that, it's still a little bit unknown exactly what the layouts will be. This will have a lot of the standard things, ball fields, there's a pond for boat racing, all your sand courts, your pickleball courts, all of that type of thing, a dog park. They're kind of combining all this stuff in one area. Notice the recreation center. That recreation center is going to have a large indoor area that is mentioned may have pickleball in there. So if it ends up with a pickleball court inside, I'm sure that is going to be very popular. Not sure how 130,000 people are going to get access to it, but it is something that would be very welcomed here in the Villages, I'm sure. Lots of retail, you can kind of see there in the light pink. Sort of like a town square with the roadways going through those buildings. Now notice where I have stage written. On that document the Villages put out doesn't actually say stage, but it mentions the towns having a town square with the entertainment along the water on the eastern side. And it does show that area with a small square, a little building right there waterside. I think that is the actual stage area, which will be pretty interesting. So it won't be like a typical town square, but you'd have your stage and the dance floor right up along the water, looking across the stage to the water. Sunset Island, that is going to be golf cart accessible. You see that little access there? And you take your golf cart out and you can actually watch the sunset from there. I'm wondering if you'll be able to see the stage from that area. I don't know. There's a hotel that'll be on site with a pool, of course. And there's an executive golf course over to the left and a driving range and training area. Now, Central Lake here is 1,000 meters long. Dragon boat racing is very popular here in the Villages, and I think some of that dragon boat activity is going to take place here on Central Lake. And who knows what other things they may do there. And notice around the outside, that little thin area of red I've drawn in, that is a walking trail. There'll be a walking trail that goes all the way around Central Lake. And on the left and the right here is listed as residential. So there'll be some homes near Central Lake. I don't know if they'll be directly waterfront or water view. I imagine they will be, and if so, I bet they will be fairly pricey homes, because that's going to be a prime location for a view of Central Lake being such a large body of water. And way over on the far end, I haven't drawn it there, but they kind of show a sandy beach down at the tip down there. Not exactly sure how that'll be used. I can't imagine people would be swimming, but I guess more to come. So that's something we'll keep an eye on and see what comes of it in the future. All right, well, let's transition back to our real drone and continue our flight. All right, let's take a look at the roadways that are kind of in place. This road I have not seen a name for, but this is an actual roadway path. That right there goes all the way to Route 501 on the far side. This has kind of been in process for a while. They've been working on this little road, but they're working on the side of the road on the far end, doing some of the ponds and that type of thing. And then they've been using this also to bring construction materials in for the bridge. And there will be a roundabout, which has not yet been formed, but basically right in here will be the first roundabout. And there will be one more roundabout down the road a ways, that direction. One more roundabout before you get to Eastport. Eastport's going to be about 2 miles from Sawgrass to Eastport in a straight line. Of course, you won't be driving it in a straight line. So I think it's going to be about a 10-minute golf cart ride, 10 or 12 minutes from Sawgrass to get to Eastport. All right, let's see if we can get back on this side of the road. See the turnpike there? You got me in sight, Brenda?
Yeah. I got
All right. That's good. I see. So I can get my bearings.
Clear out here. It's very easy to see you.
We'll look around here so I can get lined up with the bridge. And of course, we're going to come down before we fly across. You can watch as we drop down here. We're dropping about 300 feet right now.
Yeah.
Get lined up. Now, we don't have a date for the opening of this bridge. I'm going to do some predictions.
You're speculating?
I'm going to speculate on several things for our end of the year show, or the New Year's show. So I'll let you wait on some of that speculation, what I think it is.
For your
But
predictions.
I got some predictions on when the bridge may open. All right. You see it pointed out
Yeah.
to me, Brenda, so I want to see it
All right.
now.
Look, see where the crane is? Go to the right.
Oh, yeah, I see.
See, go straight up from
All
the
right.
bridge.
Bring her down a little more.
And you're coming down.
Yeah. Get lined up. A little more. The reason I'm doing this, if I were to have any troubles, I just want to just drop on the bridge. There's nobody out here today. Scooting right along.
Yes, it is.
All right, almost across. Now I'm gonna look right here. These were the pilings I was talking about that I think they're going to leave in place, just until the new bridge is built. That way they can keep using this bridge for construction. And also, while I'm on top of here and kind of in a safe area, give you a closer look. We are over the bridge. We are not over that turnpike. There you can see the bridge.
Yeah,
You can see
over the bridge.
they've been working on doing the concrete pilings there. So that's going to take a while to get all of those done, and it's still a ways before the bridge is going to open. But remember, check on our New Year's show for my final prediction. And we'll see how accurate I am.
That's what I was going to say. We'll have time to see how good your predictions are.
Yeah. And they've just kind of been working at this at a steady pace. They're not putting lots and lots of resources on it at the moment. And, there needs to be somewhere to go to before opening the bridge. So they're not going to get too far ahead of themselves and have a bridge with lots of resources and have it open in a month or two and have nowhere to go. So that's going to go a little bit into my prediction of when I think it will open. It has to do with what's going to happen on the other side. All right, I'll get under the power lines here.
You're fine.
And again, it's just such a cool area right here. The Southern Oaks Golf Course.
It's beautiful.
Is right there. And we're actually flying on Christmas Day. Not many people out working, but the golf courses are open. My understanding, I think on Christmas Day, I don't know if it was free or cheap, but there's a lot of activity on the championship courses for Christmas Day here. I think they do some special things for that every Christmas on the championship courses.
This is a beautiful day to be playing golf.
And there's been a lot of activity here. You can see right straight ahead. That's where we're at. And there's been golf carts galore coming down to check out the bridge. It's been a steady flow.
Yes.
Talked with many people before we could really get going on our video here. But that's us down there on the ground.
Hey.
Okay, bring the drone in here. So that's the update we have on the bridge at the moment. And we're going to keep an eye on it for you. Don't worry. There you go. Hang on. Let me get this where you can see. Whoa. All right. I'm trying to get you up here where you can see us a little closer. Again, I appreciate you guys watching all these videos. And if you would, subscribe to our channel. We'll keep giving you updates as often as we can. In fact, we're going to go check a couple other things when we leave here.
Yeah.
We'll have a couple of them ready to put out. And so subscribe to the channel. And if you would, ring the little bell, and that'll notify you next time we explore the villages. See you next time.
Bye.